CNN has this video, and this is where I know something is up. CNN is all in now on trying to destroy the Joe Biden presidency. When CNN is all in and ex-Obama aides are doing shows on CNN to talk bad about the Biden administration, we've got a problem. The decision has been made. If Bill O'Reilly, like, I'll give him credit, like that report Bill O'Reilly had, he did say it. He said the decision's been made. I think he's right. I think the decision has been made.
Another House Democrat is calling on Joe Biden to drop out of the race. Moderate New York Congressman Pat Ryan is now the 8th elected Democrat to do so publicly. Of course, President Biden has no shortage of critics right now. Some of his toughest are coming from those who worked inside the Obama-Biden administration, like the co-hosts of the podcast Pod Save America. They served as speechwriters to the former President Obama.
This is a campaign that is being, and a White House that is being let down by their principal over and over and over.
This person sounded exactly like I would expect them to sound.
Again. It was a terrible interview. He did a terrible job articulating why he's in the race, what happened at the debate, and why he's the person to beat Trump. He's doing a terrible job.
Joining me now is one of the co-hosts of that podcast, Jon Favreau, Obama's former chief speechwriter, and the co-author of the new book, Democracy or Else.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on Twitter because a lot of people thought that was Jon Favreau, the Hollywood filmmaker. So a lot of people would see this Jon Favreau guy tweeting out like all this political stuff, and they're like, Jon Favreau just tweeted out support for this, and it was really funny.
One-time former boss is also here, former Obama senior advisor David Axelrod, now of course a senior CNN contributor.
So you got David Axelrod and you got former speechwriter for President Obama, Jon Favreau, coming to CNN to pounce on this idea that Joe Biden needs to step away. This is all by design. This is all by design. There's no way that the call has not been made.
Thank you both for being here. Jon Favreau, I'm going to start with you because, first of all, Axe, I did listen to Hacks on Tap, so I'll get to that in a second. But I listened to the entire episode. I think you dropped it yesterday. I mean, it gave me so much anxiety. I could feel the frustration coming through the car speakers as I was listening to it, and then my earbuds. And so the question is that I have for you is, I'm putting myself in the position of the Biden campaign right now, of the White House. And that is, you guys are so angry and you guys are so upset. Are you hurting more than helping by saying so much about what you're saying publicly?
No, I think what's hurting Joe Biden right now is not only...
Do they all have to sound like this? Like, do they all sound like this?
Only the debate performance, but the response to the debate performance, in that he has been unable to articulate a coherent and compelling argument against Donald Trump, who I believe represents an existential threat to our democracy. And
Donald Trump presents an existential threat to our democracy. Meanwhile, Joe Biden has over half of his party calling for him to step down. And he says, I'm not going anywhere, Jack. But Trump is the threat to democracy. You can't make this shit up, dude. You can't make this shit up.
The debate did not, voters had concerns about Joe Biden's age and fitness for the job long before the debate. An overwhelming majority of voters did, and the debate amplified those concerns in a way that was very visceral for voters to see. And so it's like, it really doesn't matter what I think.
It really doesn't matter.
I hope
it really doesn't matter because I have a very soy boy voice and I talk with really feminine ways, and I have feminine ways that I have mannerisms. And I really was a big fan of Barack Obama because he had a lot of swagger and it really did make me attracted to him. And I really am a soy boy. Fuck these guys.
That the Biden campaign and that President Biden will just like listen to the voters, right? And the overwhelming majority of whom do not like Donald Trump, do not think Donald Trump is honest, but have had concerns for a couple years now that Joe Biden is not.
He's like, leave Britney alone gay.
Leave Britney alone!
Like, that's how bad it is. Leave Britney alone.
Fit for another 4 years because of his age. And a majority of voters didn't have that concern in 2020.
I want you both to listen to what the former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said on MSNBC this morning.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all in.
What is it's up to the president to decide? Decide? The fuck does that mean? I see you in the chat, Valiant. What's up, man? It's up to the president to decide?
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said on MSNBC this morning.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision. I want him to do whatever he decides to do.
Bro.
And that's.
I haven't seen this clip. I have not seen this clip. Some people are going to understand what I'm going to say. Some people aren't. Pokimane fans, this is your future right here. Pokimane fans. That's Pokimane in like 50 years. Holy shit.
That's the way it is.
David, I'll start with you. The significance of that.
I think very significant. First of all, as you know, I think you said earlier in your show here, Nancy Pelosi is a very deliberate person. She says what she wants to say. She never says what she doesn't want to say. She said that for a reason. The president tried to close down this discussion.
As a matter of fact, I didn't. Hang on, because on that point, I bookmarked something earlier because I saw it and I didn't understand the full context of it. So let me pull this up right quick. Trump says he wants to debate Nancy Pelosi. Crazy Nancy Pelosi is a cognitive mess. She has now turned against Crooked Joe. She's saying he doesn't have what it takes. Really? I'd love to debate her about what the radical left Democrats have done to ruin our country. She wouldn't last 5 minutes. Bro, that's what it's about. I didn't know that she did that. I bookmarked this because I'm like, Trump's challenging Nancy Pelosi now? So now Trump is calling out Nancy Pelosi. Trump is on a war path right now, dude. This is fantastic. He's seeing weakness and he's pouncing. He's let them do this to themselves for like a week and now he is full on pouncing.